Hello everyone, welcome to the Healthy Future Vision channel. I am so happy to share with you. Hello my friend, I'm Richard. I'm 60 years old and have spent more than 3 decades working with people over 50, those walking a path in life that I'm also on. At this age, we're no longer trying to race against time. We want to live healthily, to live fully each day, and sometimes it's the small changes that bring the biggest impact. Let me tell you a story. A few years ago, one of my patients, Martha, 67 years old, came to see me about her high blood pressure and persistent joint pain. She was a simple woman who preferred to avoid too many medications and often looked for natural solutions. One day she asked me, "Doctor, can just 2 cloves a day really make a difference?" That question made me smile, because over the years, I've witnessed surprising results when people truly listen to their bodies and return to the gifts nature has given us. You may not realize it, but in that small spice jar on your kitchen shelf, those tiny, dark brown clove buds, lies a healing power that modern science has begun to respect. Research from leading medical centers in the United States shows that with just 2 cloves a day, taken the right way, the body can begin to shift in positive ways within just a few days. I want you to imagine this. Early in the morning, instead of just holding your cup of coffee, you slowly chew 2 cloves. The taste may be a little warm, a bit pungent, but inside you, tiny molecules called eugenol begin to enter your bloodstream, awakening your body's antioxidant system. They work like silent craftsmen, sweeping away free radicals, those troublemakers that have been quietly damaging our heart, liver, and brain cells for years. I remember the first day Martha tried this. She called me after 2 days and said, "Doctor, I feel lighter, as if my body is being cleansed." Of course, I explained that it wasn't magic. It was the result of natural biological processes: reduced oxidative stress, improved circulation, and better immune support. And you know, what I always emphasize to my patients is this. At our age, health isn't found only in medicine. It's also in the small choices we make every day. The way we eat, the way we breathe, even the way we keep faith that the body can still heal itself. Have you ever felt that even with all the medications, your body still feels tired and sluggish? That's not necessarily because we need another new pill. Sometimes the body simply needs a chance to activate the protective mechanisms it already has. According to many scientific findings, cloves can play a part in that process, supporting immunity, helping manage blood sugar, protecting the liver, and aiding circulation while reducing inflammation. But I must be clear, this isn't a magic key. Used the wrong way, in excessive amounts, or ignoring medical advice can put you at risk. That's why I always recommend patients start slowly and safely. 2 cloves a day, chewed gently after breakfast, allowing the body to adjust. I want you to picture this. We've lived more than half a century. Our bodies have endured stress, from the environment, from hasty eating habits. Sometimes the best thing we can do isn't to chase the latest trend, but to return to the simple things, the wisdom our grandparents once knew, but which modern science is only now explaining. Have you ever felt that as we grow older, we long more for things that are simple, lasting, and safe? In my journey with older patients, I've seen that small changes, like adding 2 cloves a day, combined with a balanced diet, gentle exercise, and a calm spirit, can make a remarkable difference. Not a miracle, but an essential piece of the bigger picture of health. And today, I invite you to open your heart to this simple idea. Think of this video not as a dry piece of advice, but as the story of an old physician sharing his experience and belief that health is not some distant destination. It lies in the small, consistent choices we make every day. Are you ready to imagine what might happen if, starting tomorrow, you begin with 2 cloves and the belief that your body can renew itself? Stay with me, because I'll explain in detail what science has observed in the first 7 days and why this is especially important for people at our stage of life. My dear friend, now let's walk together through each benefit of adding just 2 cloves to your daily life. I won't present it as a dry list. Instead, I'll share stories and experiences I've gathered over many years of working with older adults. 1. Boosting immunity, like a quiet shield. Perhaps you've been through long winters when just a chilly breeze would make your throat sore, followed by those lingering colds. Many of my patients, especially after age 60, tell me they're tired of taking antibiotics every time the weather shifts. I often tell them, give your immune system a companion. Researchers have found in cloves a remarkable compound, eugenol, that can slow the growth of bacteria, fungi, and even some viruses. I remember Walter, 72, who often struggled with bronchitis every winter. After I suggested it, he consistently chewed 2 cloves each morning. The next winter, he came back and said, "Doctor, I didn't have to spend a whole week in bed with a cold like before." Cloves didn't replace his medications, but clearly they helped his immune system become stronger and more responsive. 2. Supporting the heart, lightening the burden on an aging heart. By the age of 50, our hearts have been working tirelessly for half a century. It needs care, not only with medicine but also with daily habits. The eugenol in cloves helps reduce oxidative stress and vessel inflammation, 2 major contributors to atherosclerosis. Some of my patients said that after a few weeks of adding cloves, they felt lighter climbing stairs, their hands and feet were warmer, and their complexion looked healthier thanks to better circulation. Imagine your blood vessels as highways carrying oxygen throughout your body. When those roads become less clogged and more flexible, your whole body feels more energized. 3. Antioxidant power, protecting the brain and slowing aging. We all know the brain is our most precious organ, yet it's also highly vulnerable to free radicals, the silent destroyers born from normal metabolism. Cloves are packed with natural antioxidants that slow cellular aging and protect nerve cells. I often tell my patients, cloves won't make you young again, but they can help preserve your mental clarity for many more years. One of my patients, Eleanor, shared that after a few weeks of this habit, she felt her mind was clearer and her sleep deeper. Science explains this as the result of reduced oxidative stress in the brain and improved cerebral circulation. 4. Supporting blood sugar balance, easing the burden on the pancreas. Many patients over 50 struggle with unstable blood sugar levels. Some are already on medication, others are in the pre-diabetic stage. Studies show that compounds in cloves enhance insulin sensitivity and help lower post-meal blood sugar. Even this modest support reduces the burden on the pancreas, an organ that often tires with age. I remember James, 65, who was anxious about his fluctuating blood sugar. After adjusting his diet and adding 2 cloves daily, his numbers became more stable. Of course, cloves don't replace medication, but they help create a more complete picture of overall health. 5. Supporting the liver, the silent detox organ. The liver is like a biological recycling plant, working day and night to filter toxins from the blood. As we age, the liver becomes more vulnerable to damage from medications, diet, and long-held habits. Eugenol in cloves has been shown to reduce mild liver inflammation and support liver cell regeneration. Many patients who had been on pain relievers or long-term treatments saw their liver function tests improve after incorporating cloves and making healthier lifestyle choices. Imagine, when your liver is healthier, your whole body feels lighter because your blood is cleaner and carries fewer toxins. 6. Rails relieving pain and inflammation, easing the complaints of aching joints. At our age, it's often the nagging pains in our knees, shoulders, or back that wear us down the most. Cloves have long been used as a folk remedy for toothaches and local inflammation. Modern science confirms that eugenol and flavonoids in cloves help regulate inflammatory responses, soothing mild joint pain and chronic muscle aches. I once had a patient, Linda, 63, who often suffered from neck and shoulder pain after years of office work. She shared that after a month of chewing 2 cloves daily, combined with light exercise, she felt more flexible and slept better. 7. Supporting oral health, fresher breath and healthier gums. This is a benefit that surprises many. For centuries, clove oil has been used to ease toothaches, thanks to its natural numbing and antibacterial properties. Many of my older patients, who struggled with gum inflammation or bad breath due to sensitive oral health, noticed improvement when they chewed 2 cloves every morning. This doesn't replace professional dental care, but it's certainly a valuable ally. 8. Supporting digestion, a lighter feeling after meals. Perhaps you've experienced that heavy, bloated feeling after dinner. As we age, our digestive system slows down. Cloves help stimulate digestive enzymes and ease mild stomach spasms. I often recommend my patients take cloves after breakfast or lunch to avoid stomach irritation on an empty stomach. Doris, 70, once dreaded mealtimes because of the discomfort that followed. After trying this, she said her meals felt more pleasant, and her stomach no longer felt so heavy. 9. Supporting the body's cancer defense mechanisms, a silent ally for your cells. I want to stress that cloves are not a cure for cancer, but science has observed that phenolic compounds in cloves may help slow abnormal cell growth, support the natural self-destruction of damaged cells, and protect DNA from harm. This is especially meaningful for organs like the stomach and intestines, where cloves come into direct contact during digestion. As I often tell my patients, we don't rely on miracles, but every small daily choice can help reduce long-term risks. 10. Boosting vitality and stamina, enjoying life in the golden years. Many older adults tell me they don't just want more years of life, they want a better quality of life, to walk their grandchildren, garden, go on outings without tiring too soon. When circulation, blood sugar balance, liver function, and immunity are all supported, your body naturally has more energy. Many patients say they feel more agile, less sluggish, and recover faster after daily activities. This isn't an instant miracle. It's the result of a series of small improvements working together. When the body runs more harmoniously, we can live more actively and joyfully. My dear friend, as I share these stories, I don't want you to believe that clove is the only answer. It's simply a part of a healthy lifestyle. Balanced eating, regular movement, a positive spirit, and following your doctor's guidance. What's truly precious here is that sometimes a small change, like 2 cloves a day, can be the first step in regaining trust in your body's own ability to care for itself. I want you to ask yourself, maybe it's time I give my body a chance to renew itself through simpler and safer choices. My friend, as we journey past the halfway point of life, we come to realize that health isn't found solely in pills or surgeries. It grows from the small, consistent choices we make, and from the belief that our bodies can still heal if we give them the chance. Clove, that tiny, ordinary spice, is a powerful example of this truth. I've witnessed many of my patients change in simple yet profound ways. Less fatigue, better appetite, more restful sleep, all thanks to small daily habits. I want you to remember, there is no miracle that happens overnight. The real difference comes from patience and trust. Each time you choose to take 2 cloves properly, alongside a balanced diet, gentle exercise, and a positive mindset, you're giving your body a gift. I want you to imagine an early morning, sunlight streaming gently through the window. You sit on your porch with a warm cup of tea, slowly chewing 2 cloves. The warm, slightly spicy taste fills your mouth, but you know you're sending a message to your heart, liver, brain, and immune system. I'm still vibrant. I still want to be healthy. Have you ever thought that it's often the smallest habits that open the door to the biggest changes? I believe the answer is yes, and I've seen it happen in many of my patients. Now, I'd like to invite you to join the community we're building, a place where we share experiences, support each other, and learn to care for ourselves naturally and safely. If you found today's story helpful, click the like button. It's your way of telling me that you care about your own health. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss future videos, where we'll explore senior health in depth, from diet and sleep to the mental habits that help us live well. And I would love to hear your story. Have you ever used clove? What changes did you notice after a few days or weeks? Share in the comments so others can learn and find inspiration. When we share, we don't just exchange knowledge. We give each other hope that good health is still within reach, even in our 50s or 60s. Thank you for spending your time with me today. I hope that after this video, you'll give yourself the chance not to seek miracles, but to experience the power of small, steady, meaningful changes. Remember, age is not the end of good health. It's simply a reminder that our bodies deserve more care, respect, and patience. I look forward to seeing you in the next videos, where we'll continue exploring natural, safe, and science-based ways to live healthy, peaceful, and vibrant in our golden years.